LegacyMaker, the All Sports Network.
Hello everybody, Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports News Update, and this is the one for October the 29th through the 30th. Now, a great weekend in sports for Virginia. Of course, every weekend that you can get some sports is always a good weekend, but we had another great weekend in sports in Virginia, as well as a Commanders update for you all as they travel to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. With that being said, let's send you up to Indianapolis. We take you to Indianapolis as the Washington Commanders took on the Indianapolis Colts in a matchup that was a tough one pretty much all the way through. It was a grind, it was a battle, but we saw two young quarterbacks in Sam Ehlinger and Taylor Heinicke slugging it out in Indianapolis. This one started off with a Chase McLaughlin 46-yard field goal to give Indianapolis a 3-0 lead. Then Antonio Gibson had a 9-yard touchdown pass from Taylor Heinicke to make it a 7-3 game heading into halftime. Chase McLaughlin would tack on two more field goals to make it a 9-7 game in the fourth quarter. Then Nyheim Hines with a 6-yard touchdown run, giving Indianapolis a 16-7 lead. Things were looking grim for Washington, but they would not go away. With 4 minutes and 55 seconds left, Joey Slye hit a 28-yard field goal to make this a 10-16 game. And then Taylor Heinicke on a 1-yard run would give Washington the 17-16 victory. But it was the amazing pass from Heinicke to McLaurin, who caught it at the one that was set up the Taylor Heinicke 1-yard touchdown run. Washington wins their third straight game, and they are back at 500 with a 4-4 record. This week, they host the Minnesota Vikings, one of the best teams in the NFC, and this should be a good matchup from FedEx Field. Now let's take you around the Commonwealth. Virginia Tech loses a tough one to NC State 22-21 at NC State, going to 2-6 on the season. The Cavaliers lose another tough one themselves to the Miami Hurricanes 14-12 in overtime. And then Shawan defeats Virginia Union. Virginia Union loses their first game 26-21, but they got a big matchup against Virginia State next week. The Richmond Spiders defeat Maine 31-21. William & Mary in a close one defeats Rhode Island 31-30. Virginia State gets a 42-21 victory over the Lincoln Lions. Georgia State defeats ODU 31-17. Howard defeats Norfolk State 49-21, and Mercer defeats VMI 55-14. All right, everybody, that is it for this LegacyMaker Sports News update for October the 29th and the 30th. Of course, we'll be back with our first news update of the college football / Commanders weekend next weekend, as we will bring you scores from there, and the Washington Commanders take on the Minnesota Vikings. Now, of course, remember to tune in because we also give recaps for the Wizards that happen every night of the games for the Washington Wizards. I'm your man, Darrell Owens. Until next time.